Hey everybody, this is Lorelia. I'm doing a live stream today. I apologize. I know I started it earlier. Everything always changes online. So I just realized I had to put a title in this YouTube live stream. And so welcome. I know it's been a while since I've actually did a YouTube live, and I'm actually doing this one from my home. So I know for certain that the um, the connection is going to be good. So I titled this video why $27.95 can change your life. And like I said, I didn't really get a chance to put the full title that I want, but the whole point of this video is to explain to you why $27.95 can change your life, and why, if you don't do anything different in 2019, you're going to get the same results you got in 2018. And if that had to do with improving your finances, increasing your credit score, increasing your cash flow, minimizing debt, eliminating debt, if you were unable to do any of those things in 2018, 2019 is going to be the same thing. And that's why I want to explain to you why $27.95 could change your life. Now, the one thing that I want to point out is that a lot of times in life, when we see a price that is related to a particular service, we tend to start to mentally think, okay, is it too good to be true? Because if a person sees $27.95, you pretty much, depending on what type of car you have, you pretty much can't even put a full tank of gas in your car. Now I know and with the truck that I drive, $27.95 is not going to give me a full tank. It can be close to a full tank, but not a full tank. And so when a person sees, okay, $27.95 can possibly help me increase my income, get rid of debt, help me eliminate debt, along with improve my cash flow, wait, it's got to be a catch. And I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that it is no catch. Reason why I'm looking down is because it is hard for me to run this live stream and then also see if I have any questions, because I always notice that after I do this live, there's usually questions. So with that being said, is it a catch? And my answer to that question is not a catch. But what I will say is that if you don't do anything different in 2019, and if you do the same thing that you did in 2018, you're going to get the same results. And if you look at in the back of me, this is the system that is going to help you get those things that I just explained to you: increasing your credit score, helping you eliminate debt, showing you how to do it. And it's all for $27.95. Now, you know that and I apologize if you're new to this channel, but earlier this year in 2018, I said that I'm going to move away from, the conversation of helping people increase their credit score. I have over, I don't even know. I think live, I have over 300 videos on here that you can actually see. But I know my channel has over 600, because there's a lot of videos that a lot of people do not have access to, the general public, because I use that as part of my personal training. But right here, even on this YouTube channel, there's a lot of information that I have pretty much shared helping individuals increase their credit score. And so I said in 2018, I'm going to move away from that conversation and start to talk about some different things, and one being real estate. Recently, I know YouTube allows you to put comments or status updates on your channel. And when I did a survey, people had said that they wanted more content from me in regards to real estate and wealth building. And so I'm going to be doing more of that, and I'm creating the content for it. But the fact that I have so many videos in regards to personal credit, I do get those people who still come to me who are new to my channel and say, hey, you know what, you're talking some really great stuff. I need help with my credit. And then usually they follow up with, but money is limited. And so this was a system that I felt like could be used by anyone who wants to learn how to, like I said, increase their credit score, learn about how to rebuild their credit, learn how to eliminate debt. And like I said, for those who want to learn how to do it, it's not a system for you to say, you know what, I don't feel like being bothered with it, you do it. It's for someone who really wants to truly understand how personal finance works. They want to be a participant in this, what is called this capitalistic country that we live in, is in America, and they don't want to be a victim of it. And so right now, as I film this video here in December, Christmas time in 2018, there are many people who are going to be victims of capitalism. And I don't think nothing is wrong with that in terms of individuals coming to the marketplace and selling their services. Hey, I am a participant. I'm not a victim. I'm a participant. I take, I am someone who is a business owner, who believes in entrepreneurship, who comes to the marketplace to provide value to the marketplace along with products and services. So I totally get it. But a lot of people don't. And that's why in 2018, I said that I'm going to have more of that conversation of how to leverage your credit to be able to generate more cash flow for yourself in the areas of entrepreneurship, in the areas of real estate, in the areas of things that will allow you to be a participant of capitalism and not to be a victim. Because right now, many people are going to be victims. And what's going to happen is they are going to rack on more debt than they previously had. That's why I always say, a lot of people have disagreed with me. I see the comments on the videos. I did a video and said that you being debt free is relative to your income. And that is true. You cannot have a debt elimination conversation without having an income conversation. Because if a person does not have no income coming in, if they have no income coming in, what's going to happen is that they're going to default with using any credit cards that they currently have, if they have any. And if they don't have any, they're going to try to accumulate credit cards to be able to just get by financially. And so that is it. So many people say, well, you know what, Lorelia, there's a lot of free content online. And I agree. You got YouTube right here. You can learn anything from building a house to, how to make cupcakes from scratch. I mean, the list goes on and on. So why would a person in 2018 going into 2019 pay for education? And I'm going to talk about that today. Recently, there was a flyer that came across, my desk here in the state that I live in, that there is a seminar being held in the city of Newark. I'm from the city of Newark, New Jersey, where they're going to help people become homeowners, which I think is great. It's life-changing because there are so many people who, once again, are taking part in capitalism, accumulating properties in the city of Newark. They know how to do it. They know how to buy them tax-free. They know how to go to tax sales. The list goes on and on. So now the city has decided that they are going to now allow individuals who live in the city to take part in this, to now not be a victim of capitalism and now become a participant. And if you live in the city of Newark, you have that opportunity. I think is a game changer. And get this, the seminar was today. Now, this is the catch. It's free. It's free information. All you got to do is show up. Okay. Now, once again, one may say, there you go, Lorelia. See, it's free. You get to go to a free seminar. They're going to show you how to get started in real estate. They're going to show you how to, take part in tax sales in the city of Newark. And, you now can be an investor and not have to just be a tenant. It's a win, 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 win. All across the board win. That's how most people will look at it. But let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. When you decide to only participate in free, and you never want to pay, you now are under the mercy of individuals telling you just enough that they want to share. Did you hear me? When you decide to just take part in free, never want to invest in yourself, never want to pay for no seminars, never want to pay for education, never want to pay for coaching, never want to pay for consulting, you fall victim to whatever that person tells you. Is it wrong? You know what? It's up to the person. See, I'm a big advocate of, and that's just me, I want to know what you know. Nothing's wrong with that. And I'm willing, whatever your price may be, whatever you feel like your price is for me to know what you know, I'm willing to pay. Because I literally know that when a person provides information to you for free, it's just a limit. It's just a limit. It's nobody going to tell you everything you need to know for free. It's just not. It is just to get your palate, to get a taste. It's just to give you a taste. It's just an appetizer. And then if you want to go further down the rabbit hole, you have to pay. And see, a lot of people have a very uncomfortable feeling about pain. And this has nothing to do with me. Whether you don't want to pay me, if you feel like you want to pay somebody else, at the end of the day, go into 2019 saying that I no longer am going to just rely on free stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong with taking part in free. But understand, when you decide to take part in free, you are under the mercy of what somebody tells you. See, that's why I always say in the credit, in my credit sessions, the credit classes we have, I always tell people, if you don't want to believe anything about what I have to say in regards to how to rebuild your credit or whatever, I've even wrote it in books, go to the source. Go to the source. I tell people, go to the federal laws that have been put in place. Read the federal laws that they have put in place to help you as a consumer rebuild your credit. Don't even take my word for it. The same way with the state governing bodies that have to do with the usury laws of your state. Don't listen to me. Go to the source. Go to the source. But see, that is, you're not, unfortunately, people don't realize that you're not going to get that up in your face type of dialogue from free. That's just not the case. You're not going to get it. Okay, so I see some questions coming in. Okay, so somebody asked, and I apologize if there's a delay, because like I said, I can't see. So, and I'll get back to my point. So Conyers says, do you attend credit seminars? In regards to in regards to what, Conyers? Explain that to me. Do you attend credit seminars? Now I don't know. Do you mean as a consumer or as a business owner? So if you clarify that, I know there's a delay. Please tell me, and I will answer that. Elizabeth says, "Why, as a black woman, do you have?" uh, okay, all right. All right. You know what? All right, she said something about the white people that is behind me on this screen. Like I said, this I did not create the pictures. And see, that right there is what is considered let me find a black picture. So apparently Elizabeth needs a black picture. And let me explain to you. That is what is called darn, what was I just about to say? That's a distraction. It is a distraction. I mean, at the end of the day, and I'm gonna call a spade a spade. This company is an African American owned company, MyEcon. But unfortunately, there is marketing that is put in place. And people choose to use different ethnic groups or different races to possibly, I can't speak for them. I'm not on their marketing team. I'm not in their marketing department. To be able to appeal to a specific demographic. And so is it wrong? It depends. But like I said, that's a distraction. See, when you decide to become a participant in capitalism and not become a victim, and unfortunately, Elizabeth, that is something that a person would say who is possibly a victim of capitalism, because you're focusing on the wrong things. Like, why does it matter that the picture is white or black? Now, me personally, I would only care of the content that is being given to me. Because clearly, if you go into the back office in the system that MyEcon has, you will clearly see that there are African American people who are, one, teaching you the content, and two, you also have one of the owners of the company who is African American. So she said that I am possibly looking to align myself with white people. So that is why I have white people, behind me. Let me, and you know what? A lot of people probably won't like this, but this is not, the money conversation is a conversation that affects everyone, whether you white, black, or what have you. And are there people who, I guess if you did a tally of who are the subscribers of my channel, it could be that most of them are African American. At the end of the day, I'm having a conversation about things that plague you, whether you're white, you're black, you're Hispanic, you're Asian, or what have you. But unfortunately, and this is what I've just noticed, just me having this channel on YouTube, the majority of the people who come to me in regards to this issue with credit have been African American. So I didn't look at that, okay, in order for me to align myself with this company, they got to make sure they have a a black person on every picture. So there you go, Elizabeth. I have given you an African American person behind you. So behind me. So there you go. There she is. She's African American, just like me. Hair is curly, just like me. So there you go, Elizabeth. So going back to what I said, when you only want to focus on free information, free resources, free content, you are always under the mercy of someone telling you what it is that you should know. You do not give yourself the liberty to open yourself to learning everything you want to know. Because the thing is that when you decide to pay someone, you now have the liberty to go to them, and before you decide to exchange with them, to find out what is it that they can share with you, or what is it that you can learn from them. You get to ask them, is it even worth your investment to be able to learn from them? But you don't get that liberty when you are getting free information, because this is what's certain. The players who are taking part currently right now in any city, not just the city of Newark, but you can take any city within the U.S., and those who are taking part in real estate, making investments financially, at the end of the day, they have made some investment in themselves. Whether it was sometime before for them to get some particular knowledge in a particular area, or maybe it's something that they're doing on an ongoing basis to continue to know and learn what it is they know. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that your investment in something does not always have to be monetary. It can be your time. It definitely can be your money, but it also can be your time. It can also be your time. But at the end of the day, you will pay. Because people who have a particular skill set and understand the value that they bring to the marketplace is not going to allow someone who has made no investment in themselves, in terms of whether it's financially, whether it is by time, to just sit and pick their brain to learn about a particular area of whatever. The example that I made was that the current city, a major city here in the state of New Jersey, the city of Newark, is teaching residents how to become investors and how to take part in tax sales. Now, the thing is, the one thing that I know, I wasn't at the seminar today, but I bet you they're not teaching them that they possibly have to do a title search when they buy those properties. They're not telling them that. They also not telling them that that New Jersey is a homestead state, and that it's and that you cannot just directly buy the actual home itself. You will have to buy the certificate. Then there is a 2-year period, and then for you to foreclose on it and now take acquisition of the property. They're not teaching them that. So the list, so at the end of the day, because there are levels to it, there's definitely levels to how to enter into a market to become an investor with a tax sale. Now, like I said, I wasn't there, but I pretty much am certain it's enough to get your palate wet. Learn enough to get your palate wet. And at the end of the day, as you move up the chain in terms of learning more about that particular area of real estate that you have interest in, you would have to make an investment. And so that is why I made this video, why $27.95 can change your life, is because it's not the information that you're going to learn with what MyEcon can provide. You also get to take part in conversations, because I do a private session on Sunday nights, where we just discuss all things money. We do not just talk about credit, because the one thing that I'm not going to do, I'm not going to reteach the material. So the classes and the private sessions that I currently am offering, we talk about all things credit. And so a lot of the conversations that take place allows you to get exposure to things that you may not know. And so that is why I said $27.95 can literally change your life. And so this conversation is truly for that person who during 2018 said they were going to make some changes financially, was unable to make them changes, and they're still in the situation they're in. Now it's time to make a change. And so as you can see right behind me, or some of the many products that they have right now, as you can see, they have the 750 credit monitoring. If you need to monitor credit, which you always want to do, has a score tracker, credit reports, credit scores, credit monitoring. They also have the smart credit system, which is what Miss Elizabeth was unhappy with, because she did not like that it was a Caucasian person on the screen. But you have the credit system, and so these are in this system you have several videos to teach you how to rebuild your credit. You also have dispute letters, templates. You get the debt elimination tool system, and also you learn how to shift your income. So as you can see, these are the different modules. Module 5A, how to remove negative payment history. As you can see, how to obtain your credit report, your credit scores. Right here, if you notice, downloads, the dispute letters, you get a PDF of those, so you could be able to tailor them to be able to dispute things. Another thing that is very important in regards to your personal finances is the ID Defender. This helps you with identity theft. $8.99 for an individual, $14.99 for a whole family, up to 5 family members. And what is real good about it, it has the digital vault and digital file sharing. If you don't know what digital vaulting is, something that you may want to Google, and you will definitely see the benefits of it. Lost wallet assistance with credit cards, checkbooks, driver's license, or what have you. Change of address monitoring, a whole bunch of other stuff. This is so important. The digital vault is very important now that we live in the time where most people use digital currency more than they use physical money. I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of people use their debit cards, their credit cards. Some people even use, cryptocurrency. And so the digital vault and the digital file shredder is something that is very important. If you do not know what the digital vault is and how it can help you, you may start to do some research on it, especially since we live in a time now with online shopping, using credit cards, using debit cards. The list goes on and on. And so there you have it, my friends. So like I said, for 2019, I'm going to continue my conversation about increasing your cash flow. I'm going to tell you some things that I have currently going on. Looking forward to doing another live tomorrow. That live possibly will be on real estate. And I see Conyers said, do I attend credit seminars? Conyers, you got to be kind of clear with me on what you mean in terms of me being a consumer, learning things, or me being a business owner. So that's the only thing that Conyers, you didn't really clarify. So I just need clarity on that. But I will say this, and I don't do a lot of credit repair. So I will say that. So I'm not sure what Conyers mean.